All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to Two Guys, One Moop. We, this is episode 16. We got got Mr. Brando Comics here and El Fuzzo. Round of applause.
And who are you? Who are you?
Oh yeah, I'm Venomous. That's me.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back.
Oh,
I'm so glad this happened again. This all started because Venomous asked and said we should do an unboxing together. And then me and Fuss were like, why not go for 2.0?
fuck yeah.
It was so
Because
fun last time.
anytime Venomous is involved, it's a fucking good time.
The best time.
Absolutely. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody's life treating them?
Pretty good.
Good.
I'm fine.
I'm just happy to be off fucking work.
Yeah, I bet, man. Jeez.
Third shift left, kids.
I love Saturdays because I'm off, but I hate Saturdays because that means I'm going to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I understand that.
That's like the Sunday blues.
Yes. I am safe from that until August, and then I will start getting the Saturday blues.
That's I'm sorry. I just keep focusing on your background, Venomous.
Yes.
It's
It was
amazing.
rather distracting.
It's distracting for some.
It's about to have they're about to have a picnic. It's all right.
Yeah, that's it.
Who doesn't?
That's all.
Who doesn't love picnics?
Just a picnic, good time, good time.
Good
Good
time.
time.
Did you ever see how that actually ended?
No, I've
The
never
actual
seen.
video associated to that?
Mm-mm.
It actually turns into how to bake a cake.
Really?
No.
Oh,
It turns into how to make a certain type of cake.
yeah.
An ookie
Some
cookie.
Some ookie cookie. All right. Today we are doing this is going to be a jam-packed fucking episode, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We got basically we're lumping together an unboxing, a bunch of different fucking topics we're going to throw at you. We're going to do the unboxing first. Then we're going to go into, as promised last week, we're going to talk about the Snyder Cut trailer and everybody's butthurt bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And then we will slide into heartfelt and
The Moop.
heartfelt moments in comics.
Oh yeah.
And what was the other half of that?
It was like wholesome moments, saddest moments.
There we go.
And then Venomous has a question for each one of us about
Right.
a certain. Yeah.
Okay. So, and then obviously the Moop and then the shoutouts. So we'll go ahead and we'll get what?
Did you choose a Moop? Because I have a list.
Oh, then you got it, man, because I did not
Yeah.
choose a Moop this week.
All right, I'm gonna call him out. All right, perfect. We're good.
All right. Rock on.
He's young. Look at we're boring him already. This young man.
It's me going to bed at 5:30 a.m. That's what it is.
That's because you're young, man. You can do that shit. If I asked went to
You're
bed,
young, yeah.
dude, I went to bed 8:30 this morning, dude. And when I woke up at 1, it was just like, ugh,
Yeah.
ugh.
Yeah, because I had to meet my wife for lunch and I was dying.
Aw.
It's getting rough when you get older. Trust me, man. It all goes downhill. This guy's just a young buck, and I don't know. Me and Fuzz are the daddies now. That's why we dubbed this Dungeons and Daddies.
Exactly.
I'm the dungeon.
Yes,
Exploration.
dude. That fucking promo actually took so much longer than I thought because it looks like I just ripped a thing. No. Every word in that I had to find and like Photoshop in, and dude, it was.
Wait, each letter or
No,
the
not
whole?
each letter. Like the whole thing was all like customized. The only thing, okay, I found a stone back because this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to find a Dark Souls dungeon for him.
Oh, nice.
And every single picture I found always had like the stamina and all that little writing and shit. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
it just
You should have
Didn't
just hit me
match.
up. I would have grabbed a screenshot for you.
yeah, but that would have ruined the surprise.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
So actually, this all started out because we each took a very tantalizing photo of us shirtless, and I was gonna put it on like an old-fashioned movie theater backdrop, and then of course,
Nice.
you know me, I'm like, that's too serious. Let me make this into like an interesting erotic Dungeons and Daddies episode. So there you go.
I absolutely fucking loved it, man.
Yeah, it was great.
It was
Turn that into a
fantastic.
shirt.
Oh, we should.
I'll wear it, man. Just
I will
I
too.
would too. I
That'd
don't
be
give a
great.
fuck. I'll put all kinds of shit on my body.
Oh, ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
The Witcher.
Oh.
I think that's becoming the catchphrase of this fucking pod.
Oh, I know.
Is the fucking Witcher.
We have
All right.
phrase, but
You want to start, Venomous? You got something to open?
Oh yeah. So I already know what it is.
On?
I got my knife ready. Dude, I just finished watching the unboxing with all the tape.
that was so rough.
Holy crap, dude.
That was rough, man.
But this is from an artist on Instagram. His name is Beware the Ghost, but Beware is spelled BWARE. And
Okay.
Where?
Beware _ ghost. And it's just little it's original artwork. I saw it and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. And hopefully it is all okay. I hope. Yeah, it looks good. Okay.
The trouble of unboxings, man, is you're like,
Yeah.
don't be
Yeah.
fucking shitty.
Yeah. It's hard to talk when I do stuff too, like when I'm playing Dark Souls and stuff too. Oh man, he included some cool stuff in here too. Okay,
Hell.
so I'll show what I got. And I'll show this one first.
No, you're fine.
Oh wait, the picture might. So there's a little,
Oh, nice.
There it is. Dude, that's cool.
and
Anti-Venom.
it's like framed already, and it's on the priority mail type things.
Fucking sweet.
And here's the one I really like. So it's a big old chunky.
Ooh,
Venom
yes.
toy.
Oh, that's cool as shit.
That's awesome.
Really neat.
Hell yeah.
And he was he was asking $20 for both.
Oh,
I
that's
thought-
not bad.
I thought that was too cheap, so I gave him more. But
Hell yeah.
That's you.
but this was really cool too. It's like a little print of. I remember seeing this on one of his pages. It's like a
Oh, nice.
holographic card.
Oh,
that's
damn.
awesome.
That's cool as hell.
Really
Jealous
cool,
of it. That's cool, man.
and a cool little sticker.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
There's also he
Oh, yeah. Anyway, oh God, that's a good haul, man. I'm glad. I'm glad you got it and it arrived. I'm glad you got it and it arrived safely.
No,
That's
yeah,
good.
dude. He's a super good artist, man. Like you posted something up not too long ago, so I started following him, and man, he is fucking super good.
yeah, he's great.
Absolutely. Are you gonna make it?
I'm gonna try. Oh, okay. I'll hold my composure. Oh,
I think composure went out the window about 20 minutes ago.
oh man.
Oh, you would.
I can't wait to tell you guys off camera. I'm gonna be the only one that probably laughs this hard because it was such a sack of shit.
Well, you want to go next with yours?
Oh yes, okay. I'll get serious with this. All right, so I know what this is. I got a box. So Funko Pop. Everybody knows I have a fucking Funko Pop problem. So so I slowed down big time on them, and I purposely like muted a bunch of Funko Pop Instagrams, and I unsubscribed from a ton of mailing lists and whatever email lists because I don't want to know what's coming out because I just keep
Right.
spending fucking money on Funko Pops, and like I really hope to God that my wife never leaves me because like this is my pleasure room. Come look at my bobbleheads. Like, who's gonna be impressed by that?
You'd be surprised.
So yeah, I guess that's true. So Juan, Inked Jedi, and Bike Zombie, they they asked me if I got the new Blacklight Funko Pops, because I guess Funko Pops came out with this new Blacklight line, and I'm like,
Yes.
what? And so I didn't. Anyway, so what ended up happening is they're both so awesome, so they bought me one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Inked Jedi, I guess, beat messaging me first. So the other one went to somebody else as a gift, and this came to me as a gift. So I know what this is. It's out of all of them, I think they made like 4 of them.
They did Doctor Strange,
Captain America,
Iron
Man. I think it was Iron Man, right? Oh, Fuzz.
Yeah, we lost Fuzz.
Fuzz. Can't hear you, Fuzz. What just happened? Nope. Oh boy.
What is that?
I don't know.
Oh,
Still can't hear me.
Yeah.
I hear him
Now.
Okay.
There.
Oh, that's what's bad with the headphones and the microphone. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys can still hear me. I can still. Venomous, you good? You can
Yeah,
hear you?
yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess you sabotage my unboxing.
I didn't try.
Anyway, everyone know the only one I really care about is the Thor one, obviously. So, this is fucking sweet, man. And it, like the colors on this are awesome, and it really is like that '90s style. So,
Oh, dude, that's so awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
and
Do you have a
glows-
blacklight?
Only when I check my sheets, but I don't think it's big enough. So I'm gonna get one now because, like, I guess when you throw a blacklight on that, it gets all glowy and really cool. Fuzz, you good, man?
I know what happened to my audio. I have to handle this real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're
It's
good.
all right. But yes, huge thanks, huge shout out to Ink Jedi. Thanks, man. Like, this means a lot. This also, it's a Target exclusive. And oh, here we go. It says on the back, it's Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man,
Oh, cool.
So those are the whole line. But this is the one I wanted the most. And like, dude, he did me a solid because I saw eBay prices on these. Like, people, of course, are flipping these now already. I think for the whole shebang, I saw for like $250 for all of them, like between $150 and $250 or something crazy like that.
Wow.
Oh, now you guys! Oh my goodness, you guys just like flipped.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys flip for me too.
This is going to be an awesome episode. Holy shit.
Whatever, man. Are you remotely surprised?
No, I'm not. I'm super not. That is fucking super awesome, though, man.
Yeah, man. And thanks,
really,
Juan.
really
It
like
was awesome.
Like, I really like those blacklight pops. Like, I care for one character, which is Thor. But I just really, really think those are fucking badass, man. Like, I really like the blacklight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
cool.
gotta get some. I don't really actually, to answer you, I don't have a black. I have a UV light, and it's for something different. But I guess sometimes I check my sheets and I check around my mouth before I come home to say hi to my wife, just in case,
Little residue.
little resin.
Holy shit. UV.
My wife just gets used to it, Oh, your sticky lips today. All right. Yeah.
What do you say? What do you say to them though? Give me what? Give me what?
The suck. Like a second.
I love it.
That will never not be funny to me.
Started as a fucking train wreck.
Oh yeah, whatever. Who kids?
I love it. All right. So I got a couple things to get through. First, I just want to say thanks to Julio. I couldn't find this book anywhere, and he sent it to me. Thank you, Julio. You are the fucking man. Up next, my buddy Rich Jones. I've been friends with this dude for a long fucking time. He's on Instagram. He's an artist. He does a lot of like graphic design and shit. Like I met him back when I was doing music, and it's He's just been a great friend for like many, many fucking years. And apparently, him and his family were on vacation, and they picked me up some hot sauce.
Hey.
From where they were. So he dropped this box at my house like 10 minutes ago. So I don't know the entire contents of it. So we're going to go through it together.
All right.
I'll try to do it quickly because I got a bunch of shit to open. First up, we have from the Pepper Palace. This looks fucking dangerous. LD50 Lethal Dose Hot Sauce.
That.
Yeesh.
And then we got another one in here. Ooh, see, this is the big baddie, dude. Like, I'm big into hot sauces, so I know about this shit. But he let me know that he was picking me up a bottle of this.
The end.
The end.
Oh my God.
This apparently is just stupid hot. Like, I have seen people do this sauce, and it just fucking ends them.
Well, that should be fun.
See the Dark Souls letters come up. You died.
Oh, dude. I'm excited. Oh, there's books.
Ooh.
Shit.
Cool deal.
Got Sleepwalkers.
Oh, that's a cool cover.
Cover. Oh, Richie. Fucking Daredevil.
Oh, nice.
Rolla cover.
Man, that's cool.
And it looks like there's a print.
Damn. Look at you.
Apparently. Oh, this is actually a piece of his artwork. It's a print. He did a Hellboy piece a while back.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So, awesome.
Dig it.
I absolutely love it, man. Thank you so much, Rich.
Rich, you're the man.
Yes. Okay. Up next, I got this in the mail the other day.
Oh yeah, this is.
I immediately hit up Mr. Brando because it says, I don't know if my camera sucks or not. Let me cover up my address. It says from a listener. That's all it says. It doesn't have a name, anything. So I'm excited to see what this is. And if you are said listener, you have to let me know. Nicely done. You have to let me know who you are because I really fucking appreciate it. I don't know.
Can you see what it is, or you don't know yet what it?
I can see what it is, but it's cellophane. It's the Mike Mignola Silver Surfer cover.
Your favorite, man.
My baby.
I wonder who that could be from.
You know, you think it's from Evan?
It might be from Evan, man. I don't want to give him props if it wasn't and take away from who did that, but I don't know. That's
If you are the listener that sent this to me, one, fucking thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And two, please let me know who the fuck you are. I want to send you some stickers or something. Like, I want to reciprocate. Okay, and now the meat and potatoes of this. This is exciting and shitty. So this is a mystery box that I ordered.
Oh yeah.
When the fuck was it? Like late April?
Yeah, man, that was a while ago, dude.
Yeah. I ordered this mystery. It's an all horror mystery box. And apparently it's supposed to have 10 comics, 1 trade or hardcover, and either a Funko Pop or a figure.
Nice.
So I'm going to open first, and then we're going to talk.
Hopefully there's a figure in there that's cool.
There better be everything they fucking said is supposed to be in here.
We thought this ended up being a scam, remember?
No, yes, I legit 100% thought this was a scam.
It took forever.
It's now almost July.
And
at the end of April.
Yeah, and they ignored your emails, remember?
I emailed 6 times. They ignored them. I called the store about 4 or 5 times. No answer. Like, I legit thought I fucking got scammed out of fucking like $30.
It's just a goat head when you open it.
Like the end of 7.
I hope
Box.
so. Okay, so first we have the pop I see on top.
Okay, you got to pop it, please.
Ooh, shit. I got an Eddie Pop.
Oh, Eddie.
Oh man,
Nice.
Iron Man. Yeah.
I don't even have that one.
And he fucking comes with the little devil.
Nice. All right.
The Beast Eddie. Well,
Run to the hills. Did you hit that high note?
Run for your life. I don't know that song too well, so.
alrighty. So it's all in one big bag. Nothing's bagged and boarded. You know, my fucking
Nice.
favorite.
I love that.
Really?
But the mystery box, so I'll try not to be too pissed. There are a good bit though, man. I mean, like,
Yeah.
good
Oh,
bit
I
of shit.
feel some Neil. I see some Neil.
See some Neil. Neil. All right, so up first we have Twisted Tales of Bruce Jones, part 1 of 2.
At least it's part 1. So if you want to get 2, you know,
Which
that's
is,
a cool cover.
it's a cool cover. It's an old Eclipse book, and it's not super beat up, so I'll take it. Up next, we have 30 Days of Night, Bloodsucker Tales, number 5, which very cool cover. Very
Enjoyed that
nice.
series.
I will take that. Up next, we have Criminal Macabre, number 4, which, that's cool.
All right.
Written by Steve Niles, so I'm very, very into that. Then we have Hellgate London, number 3.
Oh, really? Is that the one about Jack the Ripper?
I don't know. It looks like a big fucking alien on the cover.
Okay, guess not.
Hold on real quick. Nope, looks like aliens and shit.
All right, never mind then. I'll go fuck myself.
All right, then we have
I'll join you, buddy.
The Secret number 2. Never heard of this series either, but it's a horror book. Hey, you win points for this. I already have it, but you still win points for it. BPRD Killing Ground number 4.
Oh, nice.
Love it.
That was cool.
War of the Worlds. Number
Oh,
Yo, that's pretty good.
yes.
I've never even heard of a War of the Worlds comic.
Eternity.
Eternity Zone number 3. I don't know. Never heard of this either. Pretty interesting. Man, there's a lot of shit in here. Beauty number 2.
Oh, I love that cover already.
I mean, it's a pretty fucking dope cover. I mean, dude in his
Oh,
own.
man.
Edge of Doom. This looks fucking dope. Another Steve Niles, and I'm a big Steve Niles fan. And we have Road Rage, issue number 2 by Joe Hill
Oh, yeah.
and Stephen King. All right. Holy Christ. We are RIPD, City of the Damned.
There's a Bioshock ad on the back. That's funny.
Bioshock.
Yeah.
And
And there's a Mass Effect 3 ad on that one.
Daddy Issues Part 3,
Perfect.
Angel and Faith.
Oh, I gotta see.
I guess
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like a Buffy spinoff.
Daddy issues. though.
Daddy issues. Perfect for the episode.
Oh, shit. Fucking Books of Magic trade. That I will take.
There's the Neil.
Okay, so was this box good? Yeah, it wasn't bad. I'm okay with it. Got a cool pop, got fucking a ton of cool books. Here's what I do have a problem with. Motherfucker, I ordered this shit over fucking 2 months ago. 2 months! There was no communication. You told me you shipped the shit as soon as I ordered it, like the next day. I know the mail is tough right now. It ain't that fucking tough. And he dodged my shit. So on a grand scale, do not order from Forbidden Geek unless you got some fucking time. And
You,
I'm
sir, get one big dick down.
that shit.
12 to 6.
I mean, side note, the box was pretty fucking good.
All right, but still, would you ever get it again? Because I would never want to deal with that.
No, I will never order that shit again, ever.
What about you, Venomous? Would you order that and wait 2 months?
It's scary that there's no bags or boards on the comics.
Yeah, that too.
I mean,
I dealt with that too.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that either, but at the same time, there's a lot of mystery boxes that you're going to come in contact with that's the case.
That's lame.
So,
sometimes, you spend 114 on a mystery box and it's
there.
Yeah, I saw that one.
All I know is your tape box cost a lot less than that.
And it was way better.
And I think it was way better.
Well, it cost me nothing. It was a gift from you, but yes.
Well,
and you got a fun challenge too. A whole
God,
roll of duct tape.
That was insane.
Your definition of fun and my definition of fun are way fucking different because that shit was a nightmare. Like, I felt bad the entire time.
I didn't. I was having a great time.
But thank you for the gifts and all the cool shit from everybody, man. And fuck you, Forbidden Geek. Still, your box was okay, but still fuck you because your business sucks.
Trash
can. So what are we getting into now?
I believe Venomous had questions for us.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, we'll shoot with that. We'll start with that.
Okay. Since Sean went last, I'll ask Brando.
Yes.
So what is, and you decide which one you want to do first. What's your favorite? Doesn't have to be one, but what's your what's a Venom moment that you really like, and what's one that you really hate?
Yeah, he actually was nice enough to give me some time to prepare for this. Like, there's so many Venom moments I love, man. So many. From him fucking tongue punching the back of the thing's throat to fucking eating brains. Now, he's done. I took out some questionable things that Venom has done. But as far as what should I start? One really sticks out for me for something that I love, and surprisingly doesn't really have a whole lot to do with Eddie Brock. Like, when you said Venom, I took it as maybe I was like, for my favorite part, let it be just the actual symbiote Venom, not attached to Eddie Brock. So I don't know if you guys have ever read Web of Spider-Man.
No, I haven't read that.
Well, in Web of Spider-Man #1, basically, symbiotes are very susceptible and can get hurt from sound and big sound waves and shit, right? Okay, so in Web of Spider-Man #1, Peter Parker Spider-Man is battling these mechanical winged criminals, and they end up in the bell tower. And this is what obviously Web of Spider-Man. I think Web of Spider-Man #1 is one of the most famous black suit covers. It's him sitting on the gargoyle, and he's got the black suit, and it's done very light blues and.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm sure if you saw the cover, you'd be like, yeah. So Venomous. If you don't have that issue, you should get it if you're a big Venom fan. It's a key. Anyway, so it's so.
Sorry.
What was that?
Key.
Oh yeah, I always got to do key because, dude, come on. Anyway, so in this scene, so basically, Spider-Man is red suit Spider-Man. I believe the symbiote was ripped from him. It escapes a building, finds him. Anyway, so the bells start going off in this bell tower, right? And the symbiote is incredibly in tons of pain, so it starts trying to fucking get away. But this is the first time and one of the only times that it ever in the books that it showed the compassion of the symbiote, because Peter Parker was rendered unconscious, and the symbiote was afraid that Peter Parker was gonna die. So it took all the pain and withstood all the pain from the fucking bells ringing and everything, and slithered its way over to Peter Parker to protect him from from dying when he was rendered unconscious. And even when he leaves again, he does a little cheek touch. It's a panel. I just like because usually, you read like Lethal Protector, Sinner Takes All, Sinister Six. Like there's a lot of like crazy Venom moments where he's insane.
Right.
And like that's always when he's attached to Eddie Brock.
Mhm.
So I could have listed a million things, but I went with that because when you said Venom for that one, I wanted to have it actually just be the symbiote Venom, not attached to anybody. So that was probably my favorite moment from Web of Spider-Man #1.
That's
Venom.
awesome.
Now
Yeah.
hate. Well, God, hate right out of the rip. Space Knight. Like I wasn't into Space Knight, man. I thought that was just complete and utter like fucking garbage.
Yeah,
That's me.
I tried the panda thing.
Yeah.
You remember that? I tried to
Yeah.
read it for a little bit, and I said, "This is horrible."
It's just fucking horrendous.
Wait, what happens with a panda?
There's like some gladiator arena thing. I don't remember. It's so forgettable and stupid. But there's like this. The art's really weird too. You remember how the art was? I didn't like the art style personally.
Yeah, it was like Tekken.
Yeah. It's
Oh
weird.
wow, okay. So it's like a God damn it, manga.
Mm-mm.
No, what like the panda, like Tekken, isn't it Tekken? You can play that like Panda Warrior.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, I think you're right. Yes,
Yeah.
got you.
Well,
I thought
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was
like Tekken. We're good.
yeah, it was very, very, very weird story. He doesn't even look like Venom hardly.
No.
Weird.
but
he's
that's
got
still
like this weird helmet thing that comes into like a chin point.
it's my helmet.
My helmet.
Stupid. Really dumb.
Yeah, I agree. That was yeah. But no, Space Knight hate. My second least favorite Venom moment. I thought it was just so fucking stupid. I don't remember what issue is from. I should have probably researched. Oh, wait, no, yes, I do. I think it was called The Boss? Sign of the Boss. Venom Sign of the Boss, issue #1, I believe. He goes and hides out in a convent and he becomes a nun.
Venom becomes a nun.
Yeah, he like tries to blend in as a nun and he's like a nun. And then there's this scene with like choir boys and he's like, "Can you not sing so high pitched it hurts?" And it's like I don't know. It was really fucking. I didn't like that moment. I thought it was stupid. But the #1, and this might catch some hate because some people really thought this was great. I thought it was tacky as shit.
Okay.
And this one I researched to make sure. I do in Venom issue #36. Of course, this is going to be a Flash Thompson moment, and everybody knows like I'm not Flash Thompson as Venom. Nah, go on get. Yeah, Flash Thompson as Venom.
Agent Venom.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Well,
What's up?
and here I'm going to completely spare you because this is my least favorite Venom moment of all time. So Venom issue #36. Flash Thompson is driving a car. And do you know what the car is? It's the Venomobile because Venom finds like a junker on the side of the street and morphs into it. And it's like this giant Batmobile, but like with the Venom face and the tongue and the teeth. And Flash Thompson is driving the Venomobile. And I was just like, this is, come on, man.
That sounds pretty fucking stupid. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think the only cool thing about Flash Thompson is that he regenerates his legs back.
Yeah.
That's it. Agent Venom he looks cool, I guess.
Do you like Anti-Venom?
Anti-Venom's just brain dead Venom, pretty much. So, no. I mean, I like the way he looks. Yeah. But as a kid.
So, at the risk of offending anybody, so Anti-Venom is basically special needs Venom?
Well, it's Venom. Same. If I'm correct, it's all the same powers, but no personality.
Oh, okay.
When the symbiote's off, it's just a little cum ball.
Okay.
And I have the first first appearance of Anti-Venom, and it's when the Scorpion had the symbiote, I'm pretty sure, and which I absolutely despise.
Holy fuck, man! I did not realize all these people got.
Oh, Venom gets around, man.
Apparently,
he's a hoe.
Venom's a tramp.
The Anti-Venom, he played a big role though. in Venom Inc.
Oh, I haven't
Venom
read
Inc?
that one yet. Does he?
I'm pretty sure Venom Inc. Yeah, or is it Venom Blue? I'm gonna say it's Venom Inc. Venom Inc. I actually enjoyed. It wasn't bad.
Venom
And
Blue,
the
Pink.
last scene, and I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but yeah, that was cool. I'm not a huge Anti-Venom fan, but I also don't like absolutely despise.
And
Yeah. I mean, he looks awesome. He's
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I gotta read some fucking Venom. I
yeah,
did not realize that all this shit.
Dude, the problem with Venom is like I'm like, dude, there's so much like Venom after McFarlane, because like the whole thing with Venom and McFarlane, right? Like he wanted to draw Spider-Man but red suit, classic Spider-Man. So that whole black suit thing that got ripped off of some kid for like $50.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that so basically he had to get rid of McFarlane had to get rid of the black suit.
Oh,
And the problem is it actually ended up becoming incredibly popular. So Marvel was like, we're not going to get rid of this black suit. We got to find out how to put it into a different like avenue. So that's where Venom was born.
oh shit.
But like McFarlane was like, eventually, you know how McFarlane is. He's like, oh, I want to move on to other things. So, dude, Venom got passed around from a lot of artists, a lot of writers. Some of it is completely fucking trash, and some of it's
Yeah.
really, really good. Especially in the late 90s and early 2000s was when he really like hit a really, really low point. And I'm glad that they started making him more of the anti-hero instead of the the bad guy,
villain?
the villain,
Yeah,
yeah, because it just matches Eddie Brock Venom so much more.
hell yeah.
I also love. I'll throw this in as an honorable mention. I love that like I hate using this word, but how like Peter Parker, Spider-Man, and Venom are like frenemies, especially
Right.
when they're going against Carnage. Like that
Yeah.
to me, that to me was pretty sweet. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it for me. I hope I
That's
answered your question.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Good.
I get- So, Sean, I have the same question for you, except it's just Hellboy.
Oh shit. Okay. Favorite. Okay, I'm gonna start this off with least favorite. There's fucking none. Like,
Good.
and I think a lot of that is because Hellboy has been carried by, like, all the Hellboy solo stuff for the most part has been carried by the same guy. It's his shit. It's Mignola's stuff. Like, he's wrote everything. He's wrote BPRD. He's wrote, everything usually involving Hellboy he writes, other than the they put out a couple of books. They put out 8 issues of a book called Hellboy Weird Tales. And that was several different writers' take on the character and fun stories and stuff. And they were all great. As for favorite moments, there's a lot, man. Like, because I'm, a nutcase when it comes to Hellboy. But I'd say my top favorites are, one, it's actually like one of my favorite moments because it's such an iconic panel. And it's basically Abe and Hellboy are on a case and they're trying to figure stuff out. And they come across this like fucking dark sorcerer dude. Anyhow, so they're fighting with this dude. All of a sudden, somehow a monkey gets a gun. And there's literally a panel. I'll try to edit it in here. There's literally a panel where Abe's like, "Watch out for the monkey. He's got a gun." And there's just this panel with this fucking yellow-eyed possessed monkey holding a hand cannon. And that's one of my favorite moments, just because it's hilarious. And it's one of those things where when you're reading it, that's something you just didn't expect. Because it's like, there's some serious shit going on, and then just randomly, it's like, there's a fucking ape with a gun. That's one of my favorites. Another one of my favorite moments is when he realized that he's actually a descendant. Hellboy is a descendant of King Arthur.
Really?
And
That's
yeah,
cool.
in the Wild Hunt, if I remember, he actually has to pull the sword from the stone. But I don't want to give too much away. There is a reason that he's supposed to do it, but he has conflictions about doing it because of what it actually will do to him. But that's definitely one of my favorite moments too, finding out that he like is a descendant of fucking King Arthur, because like he's a demon, dude. So that's awesome. And I'd say the other moment for me, it wasn't. I mean, it's hard to say that it's a favorite moment. I think it's only a favorite moment just because of how emotional it was, and it's when he actually dies. Like when Hellboy finally dies. Like it was just one of those things where like you didn't expect it to happen because it's comics. You know what I mean? Like whenever somebody dies in a comic, you're like, "Ooh, we'll be back in a month." And like,
except Uncle Ben.
And then what?
Except Uncle Ben.
Except Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben's been dead. Yeah, he ain't coming back. Well, wait.
I'm talking about like back.
Okay. What? But isn't he punk rock Spider-Man?
I'm talking about standard Amazing Spider-Man run, not like. There's always okay in the actual ASM and
continuity.
Yeah, I almost said ATM for ass to mouth, but yeah, the ASM continuity. Uncle Ben is DED, dead.
Yes, that's true. But yeah, those are probably my three favorites. Like, there's tons of other moments I could go into from other series and stuff, but like top of my head right now, those are moments that have always spoke to me about the character.
Great,
that's cool.
Oh,
and I think that's part of the reason I really, really enjoyed the newer movie, because they fed so heavily on the Wild Hunt, and that's just such a great fucking story.
All right, I dig it. Now I got something for Venomous.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I want you to tell me your favorite Venom moment, but in the old man voice only.
In the old man voice only?
Yeah.
Okay. So, my favorite, well, one of my favorite Venom moments would be at the very beginning of, what was it, Absolute Carnage? The newer run with Donny Cates, handsome boy. But in the very early in the issue, Venom and his brother are standing there, which is his son, and they're standing there and they're in front of a train. And here comes Cletus Cassidy, and he shoves him into the train ditch thing. I don't live in New York, so I don't know what that's called, but the tracks. The train tracks. So anyways, they're like, oh no, we're dead. Holy crap, because Eddie Brock does not have the symbiote right now. So he's like, he's still kick-ass, but he's not, Venom. So here comes the train, and then like, boom, baby, the Venom's there and stops the whole goddamn train. Just stops the train, point blank. It's so sick. And the art is over one whole page. And it's really cool. And all Venom says is us, because I can't remember what Eddie Brock says. He's like you, because he's trying to stay away from Venom. He's kind of upset at the symbiote. So when he just slithers in, and it's so good. My voice is getting tired. It's so cool because he just like
Venom symbiote says, "Give me the suck."
Give us the suck.
Oh,
that's one of my favorite moments, though. They're standing there. Carnage, Cletus comes up behind them.
Hell yeah!
It's just awesome. I mean, it's a whole freaking train. So
Hell yeah!
A lot of stuff from Kate's run. I like stuff from other things. There's another thing where, in one of the Kate's, the 2018 issues, he just shoulder charges his truck, and the truck just just goes right over him. It's so badass, and the
Hell.
art is awesome. And then another one. It sounds like Kate's is all I read. I've read other stuff, but I really like that 2018 run is so good to me. And it's when
And like that's probably, besides Lethal Protector, one of most people's favorite runs is this new Cant.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think Eddie Brock is portrayed great. When I think of Venom and when I like think of him in my head and I see him in the artwork, that's really how I imagine him looking.
Oh, nice.
And but when I can't remember what happens to Eddie, he gets like a hole in his chest. And I mean, he's basically dead, but I like how there's this panel where it shows like the camera's in Eddie's chest, I'm pretty sure, and you can see the symbiote like reaching in and like rebuilding his, I think it was like his ribs he was rebuilding. He like grabs his heart and pumps it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very.
Spoiler alerts, everyone.
Oh yeah, sorry. Too late now.
listen. The only person that probably hasn't read that shit is this guy here, me.
Yeah, I just spoiled it for you. Sorry.
Give us the suck.
Give us the suck.
Speaking of giving people the suck, let's talk about the Snyder trailer.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, I hope you guys know this is going to be our longest episode because we're already at like almost 50 minutes and we got so much more to talk about.
Oh my god, this is
Fine by me.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Oh, so I hope I watched the right trailer. It's like the 41-second long one where it's like
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, the one that's 10 seconds longer than I last. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds longer than me, dude. I just was able to manage to get it in.
Got past.
I got past the.
You got past the pubic bone.
Yeah,
That's good. All right.
beat the first boss.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure you saw it. Was it the one with Wonder Woman and she's standing in front of what looks like a Byzantine era Greek Orthodox icon with fake Greek writing on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's the right one. All right, man. Who wants to go first and dissect this? Why don't you? Because you mentioned something about the Greekness.
Oh yeah, so I noticed immediately. I was like, "Oh, that looks like because I grew up Greek Orthodox, so in the Greek church, and obviously being Greek, everybody and their mother that's part of this religion, and even Russian Orthodox too, and just Eastern Orthodox, they know those icons. So it looked like he's painted in like, but it's like old, so it's Byzantine era. She's in like a cave or underground on something, and she shows the light, and it shows him as either a saint or portrayed as God, and it has the fucking fake Greek writing on it and shit. And I was like, oh, okay, I think they're going with the whole like new God style of it. Like, because when it's like when he faces the old gods, and then like that's way back in the day, and he's gonna prove that he's the new God.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so that's what I thought they were going with it. But then I also said to myself, yes. I don't think. Oh, they also show. You saw. They show him with the flames. It's like he's in hell.
Yeah, he's on Apocalypse.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
So yes, you said he's on Apocalypse, but now there's like people out there saying that. Oh, is it really on Apocalypse, or is he down in hell because he's gonna be hanging out? Because isn't this whole thing because he got, what was it? His uncle. His uncle was defeated.
Right.
And then they show that he's chilling and he's all like, "Oh, you failed," like type of shit.
Right, but if I remember correctly, though, I mean, someone's gonna correct me, but I'm pretty sure Steppenwolf was always Darkseid's bitch.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
sure.
He was always like under, even though he was Darkseid's uncle, he was always under Darkseid.
Yeah, no, all right, I'm gonna cover it. My wife wants to go upstairs, and I don't know if her she's wearing cheekies, which both is very, very enticing me right now. And I just don't want it to be on the camera. So go ahead, honey. Go.
Run.
Just in case.
Nice.
If you want to see all that goodness, you got to check out our Pornhub channel.
Hey.
Just kidding.
God damn.
Yeah, no. You're right. But the last thing I'm going to say on it, for that, it was like 41 seconds long. It was cool. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, this is the fucking Snyder Cut.
Okay.
This isn't a brand fucking new movie.
No, agreed.
I think what you saw of Darkseid in the trailer
Hmm?
is pretty much all you're gonna get in the movie. I don't think
Yes.
I think there's not gonna be a whole lot to it. I think it's gonna be another teaser, like how they teased Thanos at the end. Like, and it's never gonna be. I think it was initially intended to be a teaser for something greater in the future, and they just threw like that build up, like in the Thor movie when they the weapons room, and then that like foreshadows that Thanos is coming, and then they show at the end of I don't remember which movie, one of the Avengers movie, he's sitting on his throne in space, and I don't think you're gonna get a whole lot of it.
No,
but...
see, I agree with you because I think honestly that scene that is the teaser trailer, I literally think that's at the end. Like, I think that would be a scene that they dropped like right after. Fucking spoilers, but I know you've seen the goddamn movie, so I think that scene would drop either before. I would have to assume after, or it got replaced by the Superman Flash race.
Oh,
you know what I'm
I remember
saying?
that.
Right. So I assume that would have been at the very fucking end of the movie, setting up a Justice League Part 2 or whatever. And honestly, my thing with the Snyder Cut is I really, really think the only thing that we're going to get to see that's super different, obviously this is my personal opinion, is you're going to see Black Suit Superman, because that was promised long ago.
I hope
Never
so.
showed up. So I think you're going to see Black Suit for a little while. And I think there's going to be a couple more scenes with the Green Lantern Corps. Because I remember hearing that he had more planned for that. Like, you were supposed to possibly see Hal. Or something like that, where the ring flies off. Because I think they did a little bit of that, if I remember correctly. One of the lanterns dies and his ring flies. And I think it's Steppenwolf or something kind of like looks back. It's been a minute since I've rewatched Justice League. I probably should have done it before we talked about this, but work. But so I really think it's just going to be the same fucking film with extra shit. And
and it's going to be over the place.
It's just going to be the big middle finger at the end. It's just kind of like.
And the marketing was great because I think that they basically showed Darkseid like they showed him in the trailer to get people to be like, holy fuck, this is going to be like a completely different movie. And I really doubt that you're going to get much of that. But I am excited. I'm going to watch a Snyder Cut. But I'm excited because, dude, if they go with that like old Byzantine style, like Wonder Woman of Themyscira, and fucking, because she's the Amazon, and like, that's gonna be pretty sweet, man. And I'm really glad that they're gonna start pushing her, because, dude, it's always like Superman when it comes to him. I want them to go more towards the Wonder Woman aspect of it, because that would fit the narrative and the storyline better, in my opinion, if they're going with that, like the ancient Greek gods versus new god.
Yeah, man, that's cool. Because, like, and the other thing is it opens up a whole new avenue, because that one lady apparently is doing a New Gods movie.
Yep.
So if that is the added ending or whatever, you could throw some fucking extra Easter eggs in there, because I mean, he is doing reshoots. That's no secret. So you could do shit where you throw in Highfather or fucking Calabac or fucking Orion or Light Ray or whatever. You could just zip past real quick and have, like, him smashing the shit out of somebody that is another new god that like, obviously Mr. Miracle, whatever.
Mr. Miracle Whip. What do you think, Venomous?
I can't remember that movie too well, but I watched this one YouTube video. I don't remember if this was in the movie, but this guy in the video mentioned something about Steppenwolf looking different. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
I saw the scene where I guess it was Lex Luthor with long hair.
That was in Batman v Superman.
I think he mentioned that. Was he like waist deep in?
No.
He was like waist deep in some red stuff, and there was like the mother boxes around, and there was like this
the very end of Batman v Superman.
Okay, so that's what that was from. Okay. So because I was like, I don't remember that from Justice League, and he had that mixed in there. It made it all look like one trailer. It's super confusing for a dummy like me. but
like you seeing that trailer, like if you were on the fence about watching the Snyder Cut, like would that make you want to watch it, or were you just like, oh, that's kind of like meh?
I mean, probably if I was big enough into Darkseid, yeah, I would hope that there'd be something there, yeah. But then I wouldn't be too hopeful because, like you said, I mean, it's not a new movie.
No.
Right.
If they're gonna drop some new CGI villain scene for probably
Possible.
not.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds might show up as Green Lantern.
Oh, dude, I'd be all for it then. That was the best movie I'd ever seen, man. Woo.
Was that
they dropped the ball, man? No.
Okay.
No, they dropped the ball because Ryan Reynolds should have been cast as Captain Planet. They need to bring in Captain Planet, and it needs to be him.
Yeah, but then you got to cast a bunch of other kids.
That's fine. They should just CGI. Yeah, they should CGI all the original cast of the Goonies and have them be the kids.
Oh my god, it would totally work too.
Yeah, it would sell a bunch of tickets and fucking everyone would complain about it because that's my biggest thing. We talked about this last episode, and I don't know if Venomous, you've seen it. All these people crying about release the Snyder Cut, and then all of a sudden that trailer drops. It's not what they expected, and now they're like, oh, nobody wanted this. Nobody asked for this.
What did they want?
Dude,
Yeah, exactly.
I think everybody had it in their head that this dude filmed an entirely different movie completely, and it's just so different from the first one, and they vaulted it, and they went back to the drawing board, and they said, fuck it, we're going to go with a whole new movie, and then they're realizing now that that's not the case, and they're it's sour grapes. Oh, I didn't want this anyway.
Yes, you did. Everybody
yes, you did.
Like,
dude,
You go ahead, I'm sorry.
I was like, I was going to be a dick, which usually I am, and I'm shocked that I'm not because I just don't want to hear people's mouths. Right. I screenshotted literally 6 Instagram accounts, and I went and I screenshotted 6. Hashtag release the Snyder Cut, Snyder Cut, Snyder Cut, Snyder Cut, Snyder Cut. And at least those 6, go back, what is this bullshit? This is whack. No one asked for this. No one wanted this. And it's like, dude.
Come on.
Cash grab.
Put it on the interwebs, bro. Well, I mean, me personally, dude, I actually am excited to see it because I, unlike most people, didn't fucking despise Justice League. Could it have been better? Fuck yeah, absolutely. But what they did is they took some of the shit that Snyder shot and then brought Joss Whedon in, who I'm not a fan of Joss Whedon. If you're a fan of Joss Whedon, rock on. Never really been a fan of that guy. But they brought Joss Whedon in. He sprinkled his Marvel bullshit on it. So you made Batman a fucking joke. You did a bunch of shit that you
sure did.
Could have done better. Yeah, absolutely. Like, he was the fucking butt of the joke the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It felt like their response to, like, the Marvel movies. It was funny.
Yeah. And and everyone can get pissed. Everyone can say what they want to say, but that's exactly what they tried to do because every one of their movies got shit on for being too dark, too gritty, too this, too that. So they were like, okay, we'll add humor. You guys like to laugh at superhero shit, so we'll do that. And it didn't work because it was 2 movies smashed together. And 95% of the time that happens, it's never going to fucking work, period. Because it's 2 different artistic visions. Because Snyder had a fucking whole slew of movies planned. Like, it started with Batman v Superman, but he had dreams of fucking grandeur, man. Like, he was swinging for the fucking fences. He was bringing New Gods. He was bringing Darkseid. He was bringing heavy shit. but it didn't obviously pan out. So I'm excited to see it because I just want to see him get his vision wrapped. You know what I mean? Where, like, you started this universe, even though most people fucking don't like it, I still want to see the conclusion. I want to see your conclusion. I don't want to see Joss Whedon's take on your conclusion. I want to see yours. Mm-hmm. So then I can take all three of those both of those fucking movies, watch the motherfuckers back to back, and be like, okay, I get what you were going for. Either you did a really good job and you didn't get your due, or you did a super shit job and they were right to get rid of you.
Yeah.
But
well, we'll find out.
Yeah, until I can see it, I'm excited for it, and I'm ready for it. So.
Yeah.
I think that Batman sucked.
I do have a question for you guys, though. In the light of this Michael Keaton news.
Oh, okay.
Because this, I was thinking about this the other day. Okay, so obviously, if you pay attention to comic news, everybody's super pumped because they said that they're bringing or in talks to bring back Michael Keaton as Batman in the Ezra Miller Flash movie. So I assume that means Michael Keaton is going to be Thomas.
That's what I thought too, yep.
So that leads me to believe that this Flash movie is a Flashpoint movie, which any of us that know the Flash and know when a Flashpoint thing happens, that's a reset.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if they're going to push the Batman with Pattinson, if they're going to push that back to the Flash movie and have that reset the whole DC universe. So they can restart over with Cavill as Superman and do it the way they want to do it. Even though Snyder fucking did a great job with that movie, I don't care what anybody says. Man of Steel was fucking good. But I really wonder if that's the route they're trying to take with this, because they're trying to introduce multiverses. They're introducing all this bullshit, but everybody's trying to figure out where the fuck they're supposed to go from here, because Wonder Woman was a success. Aquaman was a success. Shazam was a success. Considered successes by fans and critics alike.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder if the whole sole reason for the Flash movie is to reset their movie cinematic universe.
Yeah. Kind of like Infinity War. In a way.
I mean,
that's what Infinity War did, right? Let's just reset it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was asleep for half of that movie. Legitimately.
It's just the standard old. It's just recycled, and it's really. That's the fucking answer for everything now. And I know that the King of Cock also, that's one of his biggest problems with.
Right.
It's like, oh, a problem that we just can't solve. Okay, time travel. But I don't know. I'm actually fuzzing with you on that one. I have nothing really to add to that. I think that's a good theory, and I run with that. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I just.
But you talking about the Thomas Wayne.
Yes.
Reminds me that we also have one more part to this of questions.
Yes.
And I don't know, Venomous, if you prepared for this, because you asked us the question of favorite Venom moment, at least in Hellboy. So then we also went with like, what is our favorite wholesome moment in books?
Yes.
And saddest moments.
Yes.
I didn't prepare for this one.
No.
I don't know if you told me, or maybe you did.
I don't know. We talk at like fucking 4:30 in the morning on Xbox chat, so
that's
possible. I think that's when you told me, yeah, and I just.
All right, well, off the top of your head, you got anything?
Yeah.
Saddest moment for you.
Saddest moment?
Yeah.
In all of comic books?
In any comic read.
Any comic book you read.
I'll let you guys go first. Let me think about it. See if I can think of something.
Buzz, me, you, what do you want to do?
It's up to you, brother.
All right, mine's real easy. Okay, so saddest moments for me. First one, this one hit me in the feels. After the events of Infinite Crisis, okay, everyone, spoilers if you haven't read this shit. Okay, after the event of Infinite Crisis, we all know what happened to Superboy.
Right.
So Crypto, like, goes and searches for him because he doesn't know the fate of Superboy.
Right.
And it's showing Crypto like going through the cosmos, going all around, and he ends up in the Arctic and finds out what happens, and he lets out this huge howl that they hear like all over the world because he's super sad about what happened to Superboy. And then one of the last panels of it, so Superboy used to play fetch and frisbee with a manhole cover.
Right.
With Crypto. Crypto's, you know who Crypto is, right, Venomous?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So now you show like Crypto basically is like depressed, and he goes and like lands on some asteroid, and it just shows him sitting next, like super sad, sitting next to the manhole cover that he used to play with Superboy. So that hit me in the feels, man, because, you know, animals.
I actually totally forgot about that moment. And now thinking about it, I'm like,
the next two, I really debated not mentioning because it hits very close to home on like personal experiences that we're not going to get completely into. But basically, Steve Rogers' funeral.
yeah.
You know, with the American flag draped over the casket, that whole thing, that really like got me.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if anyone's anyway, but yeah, the whole Steve Rogers funeral, and then they're talking, and the memoriam. So that was really, really sad for me. And then what nailed it more is now everybody knows in Civil War, like, Thor doesn't get involved, and he kind of like, you know, stayed away from all that.
Right.
But in Thor issue number 11, it shows that actually Thor and Captain America, obviously, you know, they're friends. Like, the movies don't do a really good job at showing just how like tight, you know, Thor and Captain America really are, and how they're all really good friends. Like, the books really nail that, and that's where I thought the movies failed. Is like they all get along, they're cool. But anyway, in Thor number 11, basically it shows, you know, a very sad Thor. He didn't get to say goodbye to his friend Captain America, Steve Rogers. So basically he uses his powers, and he's in this like dark, like cathedral style area, and he just says, Avengers assemble, and the spirit of Steve Rogers appears. And he's talking to him and saying, you know, like their goodbyes and like how he started. He actually is like, Thor asked him, he's like, do you want me to get vengeance for you? And Steve Rogers, being Steve Rogers, is like, no, revenge isn't the answer. Vengeance is. It was just like such a fucking sweet moment.
That's awesome, man.
That it hit. And then the third and final one that's I got some semi-personal relation with, I guess. Not going to get too much into it, is in one of the issues of Spider-Man, and this Fuzz is going to make fun of me for this. So obviously everybody knows Gwen Stacy dies, but Spider-Man always has Peter Parker always has this connection with Gwen Stacy, and he like talks to her spirit and like wrote her a letter. And now at this point he's with Mary Jane. Now
Right.
Mary Jane understands and respects that Peter Parker went through this huge loss. So in one of the panels, basically he's talking to the spirit of Gwen Stacy. He's just talking to her, and Mary Jane comes in and says, tell Gwen I said hi. Like, that's just like a nice little nod. She respects that he still does that. She's not a fucking bitch about it. She's not like, oh, what are you doing? This is crazy. So that was a really sad moment for me, because like Peter looks all embarrassed and shit, and she's just like, no, tell Gwen I said hi. And that was
Right.
like, you know, that hit close to home on some things too. So
That's fucking cool, man. And
those are my moments.
That I will not make fun of. Okay. That one I will let. I can get that, dude. Like I said, I can make fun of Gwen Stacy any other time, but that time I can't, because that actually is a very fucking sweet moment.
Yes.
So
now we also, I'm keep talking now, but because I'm just going to combine all this so that we can each go down the line. Now we said saddest moment and wholesome moment. Now one that I had down as a saddest moment, actually Fuzz kind of made me look at it in a different perspective. I'm sure this is going to hit all of our lists, but I'm going to have it as like a wholesome or like really like awesome moment in comics is the letter from
Yes.
Flashpoint number 5. That have you ever read Flashpoint Venomous?
Only like literally only Venom.
Oh, it's all right. Anyway,
Oh.
so you know what the Flashpoint is? He goes back, and basically what happens is Thomas Wayne is Bruce Wayne's father. Thomas Wayne is actually the Batman, and his wife and son Bruce are the ones that get killed.
No,
What?
Bruce gets killed.
Yeah, his son. What did I say? His son and his wife are the ones that get killed.
Right, but Martha doesn't die.
Oh, Martha doesn't die. Oh, Martha doesn't die.
Martha becomes the Joker.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Jesus.
I've heard about this.
I was saying that so like casually. No, yeah, I was like, what is he talking about? I just kept saying his wife dies. I guess. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so long story short, so basically how Thomas Wayne gets convinced to help out Barry Allen is he's
Yes.
like, wait, you mean to tell me in your world my son is alive? So then he helps, whatever. So fucking everything gets turned back to pretty much normal. And Thomas Wayne wrote a letter to Bruce Wayne, and the Flash hands. He's like, oh, by the way, here you go. This is from somebody, and hands him the letter, and he reads the letter, and like you see the teardrops, and it's like, yeah, it's a really wholesome moment.
Yeah, and my tears.
Yes.
Man, hard.
So that's like my number 2, I guess, wholesome moment. My number 1, though, it comes as no fucking surprise. Here we go. Everyone's gonna think that this is the only goddamn books I ever read. So in Thor: God of Thunder, I can't help that it's just written so fucking perfectly.
Right.
So in Thor: God of Thunder, in issue number 12, like after the whole God Butcher and God Bomb, it's like when you read the rest of the issues of Thor: God of Thunder, like there's some storyline to it, but they throw in like little like breadcrumbs of different shit. So it's very random. So Thor goes to visit this. You see him. He's sitting in a jail cell and he's talking to this guy, and he hands him this fruit. Yes, fruit.
Yeah.
And the guy eats it and it's delicious. And he's like, oh man, like I wish I knew about this before any of this. I would have sought after this fruit, basically. And Thor's like, oh, that's actually the last one of those in the entire universe. The guy's like, oh man, I can't believe you did that for me. He's like, it's okay, old friend. And you don't really know where this is going. But then they stand up, and the guy is an inmate, and he's with guards, and they walk through a chamber on death row. So he's being executed, and it was just like Thor answered the prayers of somebody on death row and brought him his last meal. And I was just like, holy fuck. Like, if you read that panel, it's just how it's drawn, how it's like worded. That to me is thus so far. Because like I'm talking about wholesome, not just sad moments, but wholesome moments. That was like just a little random tidbit that they threw in there, and I thought it was amazing because it shows at the end of the day, dude, Thor's a god, and he has to answer people's prayers.
Exactly.
And that's what he did. And it's like, thanks for being my friend. Thanks for being there for me. And like, it was very wholesome.
That's cool. That's
awesome.
That's me.
That is actually one thing that I did learn. I mean, obviously the only Thor I've ever read is God of Thunder. I'm working on it. God damn it, I'm working. But I really felt that storyline was probably one of the first times they focused so much on him being a god and doing those type of things. Because even in the very beginning of God of Thunder, because this actually folds into a wholesome moment for me, the way that whole thing starts is him going to a planet to answer a kid's prayer because all their gods are dead or gone or missing. And it's just, for me personally, like, it was just really, really cool because, like, I'd never known much of Thor. But, like, that being my first introduction, I was just like, holy shit, that's, like, crazy because you never think of Thor in that light.
No, everyone always thinks of him as that cocky, arrogant dickhead.
Well, also the Viking, the fucking
the womanizer,
all this shit, like, but that was super heartwarming for me. That was a heartwarming moment for me because I was just like, holy shit, like, aside from this Thor that everybody portrays in film and, outsiders, what passerbys,
we see Thor in a certain way. So it was like super heartwarming for me to be like, oh wow, like he actually does
Give a shit.
Yeah, he actually does give a shit about people. Which actually folds into one of my heart-wrenching moments. Spoilers, motherfuckers. Also from God of Thunder. The entire origin of Gore the God Butcher. Just fuck. Because there is not a person on this planet that hasn't felt like that guy before. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to give too much away about that because I really want people that haven't read to read it. But that was super heart-wrenching for me because it's like, it speaks to me personally on a personal level because we've all had bad fucking days. And it goes back into, obviously, love him or hate him, it goes back into fucking Killing Joke. It goes back into Alan Moore with all it takes is one bad fucking day.
Yep.
And like with somebody like Gore, it wasn't just one bad day. Because the one bad day he tried to push through. And then the second bad day he tried to push through. Third bad day, fourth bad day turned into years of bad moments. And at some point he hit a fucking breaking point. And there's not a person on the planet that can't identify with that.
Agreed.
Second heartwarming moment for me is actually from a one-shot Hellboy story called Hellboy and the Midnight Circus. It takes place very young Hellboy. I would put him at around. I mean, obviously, Hellboy age is different, but I would say I would put him in the realm of being like a 10-year-old. He decides to sneak out of the Air Force base or the Army base or wherever, where he's with Professor Broom, his dad. And a bunch of crazy shit goes down, and he fucking panics and runs away and shit. But like one of the very last panels of the book is Professor Broom carrying him back home, and just like being that dad to him, where he's just like, "It's all good, man. Shit happens. Everything's gonna be okay. You're super special." So, as a person who grew up in my life, it's super fucking dope to see those like heartwarming father moments. Obviously, as you've already mentioned, Flashpoint, the letter is the other, and the last one I'll add for both sides actually is the entire relationship between Bruce Wayne and Damian Wayne, because there's too many to name. There's too many moments to have where it's on both fucking sides of the spectrum. So that's me. That's mine. What about you, Venomous?
Now you've had time to think.
Okay, so hopefully this is okay. So there ain't no heartwarming moments in Venom comics, really.
I don't know, man. He talked about one earlier.
Yeah, there's some. But if it's okay, there's one in Dark Souls, if it's all right if I mention
Oh
it.
yeah, why not?
Okay, and it's, it's still sci-fi crap, so. All right, so in Dark Souls, in the first one, your character, it's an RPG, so you can be technically whoever you want, but your character's name is Chosen Undead. That's who you are.
Okay.
You come from an asylum that is predicted that a person will come from there and stop the Age of Fire, either stop it or rekindle it. So basically, the Age of Fire is the Age of Gods.
Okay.
And the Age of Dark was supposed to come naturally after it. There's this god, essentially, his name's Gwyn, and he fears men, and he fears dark, the darkness. And so he artificially rekindles the Age of Fire again.
Oh, wow.
So by giving his soul, it starts a whole new reign of fire, essentially, or Age of Gods once more.
Right.
But anyway, so this new threat arises. It's called the Abyss, and of course it is from man, and from their stifling, the darkness manifested itself. And there's this place called Ulasil in the game, and it's technically a DLC. So when you go to this area, you technically are going way back in time.
Okay.
So you're playing through the game. You hit this DLC. Dark Souls is not clear about anything. So
Okay.
you're just at a new place, right? But really, you've gone way back in time. So throughout the game, you kind of hear mention of this legendary character. His name's Artorias, Knight Artorias, and he has a dog, and it's a great wolf. His name's Sif, and unfortunately, you do kill Sif as a boss. But if you, this is just so cool to me. So if you go a different route and you do the DLC first, so in this DLC, you are technically fulfilling the legend of Artorias, who slayed the dark, who stopped the abyss from destroying the world, right? Unfortunately, when you get there, you find the truth, and that is that Artorias was defeated, and he's broken and just gone mentally, and you had to fight him. And knowing this is very heartbreaking, because Artorias is known as legendary knight who stopped everything.
Right.
All the reason that the world wasn't consumed by the abyss was because of Artorias.
Right.
Actually, it's because of you, the character.
Nice.
So this is the heartwarming part, the part that kind of kills me when I watched this lore video. After I finished watching this video, I know it's hard to understand because you haven't played Dark Souls, but I'll send you the link to this video. And afterwards, man, tears were just. So there's the main boss of the area's name is Manus, and he's the father of the abyss, and he's in this just pitch black space. It consumes all light there, and he's like a massive threat. But inside there, you meet Artorias Wolf as a puppy.
Oh.
And he's in a little ring, and you save him. So remember, this is all back in time. So you save Sif. You just recently killed his owner, Artorias.
Right.
And Sif is there afraid and scared and lost in the abyss, right?
Wow.
So going back to when you fight Sif in the main game, if you do this first, see, because if you just walk in without doing this, you walk into the boss arena, there's an item you need there, a big wolf jumps out, and it's like, oh, okay. If you save him first, he jumps up, and the cutscene changes, and he looks at you, and you see your character and Sif looking at one another. And this was a long time ago. Sif is now massive.
Right.
And so he jumps down, and your character kind of falls on his back, and he smells you, and you could tell that he recognizes you, right? And at that point, it just really hits like, you're the person who saved me from the abyss, but unfortunately, you still have to fight him. Because I can't exactly remember the reason why. It's just as sad. But yeah, it's such a heartbreaking moment. Just the whole collection of one, this legendary warrior is a lie.
Right.
You saved his dog, and now unfortunately he stands in your way at this point.
Yeah.
And
you got to old yeller him.
Yeah, that old yeller. Well, I'll send you the video.
Oh yeah.
Because, I was.
All right, that works.
I was dying at the end of it. So that's it's not a comic book, but it's
That's
a heart.
fine.
It's a moment that breaks my heart.
That's still amazing, though. It's part of the geek medium, man. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right.
Oh,
Good shit.
right. Now that we got all this shit, is it time, Mr. Brando? Is it
For the
time?
Moop?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's collective of Moops.
Collective of Moops.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go down the list. So we all play Rainbow Six Siege, and it has some really awesome moments, but also some very, very toxic moments. We're playing this team that just not only just dominated us, they're just very poor sports about it and doing stupid shit and sending us all messages. Some very, very offensive towards the gay community terms. They kept messaging us and things. You were in this game. I have the screenshot. You were in this game. And
Oh, yes, I did. Okay.
kept trying to invite us to the voice chats and saying like, "Come on, pussy, join this voice chat." Everything. So I screenshotted them because I'm calling them each out because they're all in the same party in the same group. So you know what? Fuck you guys. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like I get it, and it's toxic and all that shit. But come on, like
It's a fucking video game, bro.
they kept spamming me with so many messages that like remember I had to say like I need to like fucking reset my Xbox.
Yes, I do.
So here we go down the line. Moop number 1, Fritz 17. Fuck you.
Fuck you, buddy.
Elite Sniper 2846. Eat dicks.
Elite Sniper.
Ice RX Venge. Ice Revenge. Fucking. I really hope your mom chokes on a massive dong.
Ooh.
This one in particular, I'm going to actually save it for last. He was the worst offender. Okay. H Baseball 3. Go fuck yourself. And the worst offender of this all, who called me the F word, the bad one, and kept saying, join pussy, join the party, pussy. GG, you suck. Uninstall. Kill yourself, he tells me. He tells me to kill myself on fucking Xbox Messenger. Okay.
Yes.
X Cummins 24VX. Spelled XCUMM1NS 24VX. You guys or girls, whatever you are the Moops of the week. Collectively,
Fuck you.
go fuck yourself.
Man,
All right,
that's
everybody.
so
Well, this was a wonderful episode. It's, as always, thank you, Venomous, for joining us for this fuckery that we do from week to week. And thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Do you have a shout-out, either of you? Venomous, do you want to shout anybody out?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll shout out Beware the Ghost, because his art is awesome.
Sweet, there you go.
Thank you, Beware the Ghost, and you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.